Let's be dynamic with your morning update and make it better with Kickoff Sports Show, where we will be serving you all the latest from tennis, basketball, Formula One, football, exclusive interviews, and lots more.
Hamilton going for the move on Alonso at the 130. These two great side by side.
Martinelli! Oh yes! Gabriel Martinelli! He's back with a bang!
Headlines from Nigerian newspapers, behind the papers from the stand, analysis on burning trending issues across Nigeria and beyond.
The problem is not politics or tribalism, but corruption.
The governors will say, give us our own slot. The chairman of local government will say, give us our own slot. Who does those slots go to?
To your friend, they arrest you, they detain you, and they release you. That's all.
Hello, my name is Oladapo Okunubi.
My name is Victory Onyedikachi.
My name is Adedamola Lafenwa.
And my name is Favor Oloruntola.
Join us weekdays 9 a.m. on your Remedy Radio dial, Solutions 939 FM.
Here, we make it different from the norm.
Goals in one game last night. Pep Guardiola and Postecoglou playing a 3-3 draw in the Manchester City Tottenham English Premier League clash. For Erling Haaland, he may be getting a hammer from the English FA. Also from the English FA, Arsenal now know their opponent for the next round of the English FA Cup, same as Manchester City. Well, it's going to be a tough one for Arsenal because they'll be facing Liverpool. My name is Oladapo Okunubi, aka Youngster, and I top of the morning to you. And well, on the show this morning, we look at updates from the world of sports, and it is the first half of AM update in case you're listening to this show for the first time. We look at update from European football. Remember, for African football, the Africa Cup of Nations for women games are going down today. 9:03 is the time. Let's jump straight to the stories from all the sport, tennis and NBA. This will sound like a bad news for Boston Celtics as the star of the team, Kristaps Porzingis, has been ruled out of Tuesday morning's in-season tournament quarterfinal against the Indiana Pacers as he continues to recover from a left calf strain. Porzingis suffered the injury on November 24 in the loss to Orlando Magic and has missed Boston's past 3 games. Now, looking at the fixtures going down the wee hours of tomorrow, Indiana Pacers will take on Boston Celtics as Sacramento Kings will take on New Orleans Pelicans. Moving away from that this morning, and we'll go straight to talk a little bit about tennis as we have updates coming from the WTA Challenger in Anga's front, as we also have in Uruguay, Montevideo. Now for France, WTA Challenger, Clara Towson will be up against Mark Kastner by 10 o'clock this morning at the WTA Challenger. Francesca Cormi with battle Patricia Maria Tig as Raluca Serban will be up against Mano Leonard. Leo Boscovich will be up against Moni Tan, and Christina Boscha will be up against Alice Robert. In Uruguay, we've got WTA Challenger also going down there. 7 o'clock this evening, Eva Vidal will take on Gabriela Cha as Ipek Oz will take on Jamie Loeb. Those are the tournaments going down today, most especially for women. All games are for women, though. 9:05 is the time. Let's move straight this morning as we look at updates coming from Nigeria's local scene, talking about the Nigeria Premier Football League.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ nílùú Ìbàdàn. Emotions 93.9 FM.
Positions shifted in the NPFL after games in the match day 11 were decided over the weekend. Well, likes of Remo Star, Sporting Lagos, Kano Pillars, Bendel Insurance, the Yimba International, Doma United all recorded wins over the weekend, while the likes of Abia Warriors, Heartland FC of Owerri, Kwara United went on the road to pick a point each. Well, now talking about Kano Pillars, the biggest winners over the weekend went on the road, defeated Gombe United 5-2. Now, how has that result helped Kano Pillars? Well, that particular result has also erased the goals conceded by Kano Pillars. Now, 12 goals scored, 12 goals conceded. They are not owing any goals as they have now been able to move to the 7th spot on the NPFL log with 16 points from 11 games. 5 matches won, 5 matches lost, 1 game drawn. Well, for Sporting Lagos, dropping to the 10th spot now dropping from the top spot to the 10th position. Following that victory over the weekend, which they had in Lagos against Katsina United, a 1-0 victory. The team is now 10th on the NPFL log with 15 points from 11 matches. Now, let's look at the top 4 teams or top 5 teams in the NPFL after match day 11. Remo Stars of Ikena is topping the NPFL log with 22 points from 11 matches. Remo Stars has come out to be able to, they've been able to show us that, yes, they deserve to be in the top spot, winning 7 matches, drawing 1 and losing 3, scoring 17 goals, conceding 9. Doma United jumped to the 2nd spot with a total of 21 points from 11 matches, winning 6, drawing 3, losing 2, scoring 11 and conceding 5. Lobby Stars is a third. That's what most especially the game they lost over the weekend against Bendel Insurance on the road. Lobby Stars is with 20 points from 11 matches, winning 6, drawing 2, losing 3, scoring 14 and conceding 10. Enyimba is placed 4th on the NPFL log, winning 6, drawing 1, losing 4 from 11 matches and being able to peak 19 points. Shooting Star Sports Club of Ibadan dropped to the 5th spot from the NPFL top 3. Following the draw they had over the weekend against Heartland FC of Owerri. It was goalless, and Shooting Stars now has drawn 3, lost 3, and they've won 5 matches out of 11 this season, being able to pick 18 points. So those are the top 5 teams in the NPFL log. We've got teams battling relegation. Heartland FC, despite the 1 point picked here in Ibadan last night, has 11 points, yet to win a game this season. They've drawn more games than games lost. They've drawn 7 matches and they've lost 4. They've conceded 13 goals this season, scoring just 8. Meaning they've got -5 and they've got 7 points. Bayelsa United is 19th on the NPFL log with 10 points from 11 matches, winning 2, drawing 4 and losing 5. Niger Tornadoes 18 with 11 points, tied with Aqua United, placed 17th. And the team of coach of Aqua United has also come out that, well, his team can still do better. I'm talking about Fatai Osho, who has blamed his team's poor marksmanship for their struggle in the NPFL. Well, let us look at what Aqua United will be doing in the next NPFL clash, and that will be against Kano Pillars, a team that went on the road to beat Gombe United 5-2. And one player scored the 5 goals for Kano Pillars. Moving away from the NPFL this morning, let's go talk women football.
J Slick. Hey. She dey play ball low. Hey. And she dey score goal for my heart, you. And she dey give them colo. Hey. Now you be my ass now for life. My true love no be joke, you be my wife. Barcelona, you too tight. You number one, my left and right. If you be mine, you I go marry you. You be red devil, that's why I do you. Chelsea, I too cherish you. They play not small. I didn't feel you. If you be Marcel, I say they play well. By many, I say you too unique. PSG, Roma, Bordeaux, and Leon, they play well. They play ball. From my heart to you, she dey score goal. From my heart to you, she dey give them colo. Hey, she dey dribble them.
Okay, so let's talk about Super Falcons of Nigeria. Check the time right now. It is 9:11 from your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 939 FM. The Super Falcons of Nigeria already in Praia for the second leg of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations qualifying fixtures against Cape Verde. The Super Falcons' arrival was announced on the official X-Ando. The nighttime African champions thrashed Cape Verde 5-0 in the first leg of the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja last Thursday. Uche Nakano and Esther Kodonkwo scored twice in the game, with Gift Monday scoring the other goal. Now, with that, well, remember, Super Falcons of Nigeria will be facing Cape Verde on Tuesday, and we've got a lot of games going down tomorrow. However, games are going down today, 4th of December 2023, where South Africa ladies, that is the Banyana, will be up against Burkina Faso women 3 o'clock today, while Burundi will take on Algeria by 4 o'clock. That's a good games scheduled for tomorrow, most especially with Super Falcons of Nigeria going for the second leg against Cape Verde. Starting 1:30 tomorrow, Equatorial Guinea will be the guest. Army will be the opponent of DR Congo, going as guest. Ghana, Black Queens of Ghana, will be on the road against Namibia, where Congo women will take on Tunisia. Egypt ladies will be up against Senegal. And Zambia, the She Polo Polo of Zambia will take on Angola. Botswana host Kenya. Guinea will be up against Mali as Togo battles Tanzania. Those are the fixtures of the AFCON qualifiers going down tomorrow. Okay, now talking about Nigerian players abroad. Former Nigerian international Sunday Olise has praised Umar Sadiq for his wonder goal in Real Sociedad's 1-0 draw against Osasuna in La Liga over the weekend. For the second weekend, Ronik Sadiq netted another superb strike for Real Sociedad last Sunday. He unleashed a rocket from distance in a 2-1 home win against Sevilla. Now with that, let's look at what went down in the Spanish La Liga over the weekend. Well, for result, it was a save. Barcelona were under pressure, but guess what? They were able to show Atletico that they know what they want. Okay, remember tonight Celta Vigo will be up against Cadiz, but for other matches decided over the weekend, Barcelona recorded a 1-0 victory over Atletico Madrid as Villarreal played out a 1-0 draw. Real Betis, with a man sent off, were able to pick a point against Almeria as the game ended goalless. Mallorca Alaves played out goalless as it was 1-0 draw between Osasuna and Real Sociedad. Real Madrid defeated Granada 2-0 as Athletic Bilbao defeated Rayo Vallecano 4-0. Valencia lost on the road against Girona with a victory 2-1 victory over Valencia for Girona. Las Palmas defeated 10-man Getafe 2-0. Let's go on a break, and when we come back, we talk more. Remember, we're live on Facebook, facebook.com/Solutions939FM, facebook.com/Solutions939FM. It is Kickoff Sports Show.
Oh yo yo yo, ayayaya, pickings them, papa mama, merry Christmas oh, plus jolly New Year. Solutions FM for the Christmas Golanda when house Okado Ibadan. Begin from December 1, 2023. In better boku bonga gift to go full grand berekete. For in grotto, when go take the shake ya picking hand, follow then the snap photo with the chinkly money 2,000 naira. 2,000 naira. Break 9 picking go take collect then 2 in 1 ticket for the Christmas grotto and for with Solutions FM 93.9 end of the year children's party. Who ya papa mama wakaya picking conjolly with the Solutions FM for the Christmas plus New Year enjoyment. Begin December 1, 2023. As soon as we come here for the Christmas grotto, na so we fit carry wa for the Christmas mobile grotto come to your church, school, company or anywhere with the tinkly money we go get boku discounts. Oh yana, come meet us for number 100 of Bafemia Wolawa Road, Awene House, Okado, Ibadan. Or make a green us 081-74520785 or 081-80905032. Solutions FM for the Christmas grotto. Make your picking no day carry last.
Your comfort is important. If you're looking for quality, classy, comfortable, and imported furniture, Johnson A. Nigeria Enterprise is a place for you. At Johnson A. Nigeria Enterprise, we've got a wide range of top-notch imported furniture for you at affordable prices. Name it: sofas, royal marble dining set, executive furnitures of all kinds, banquet furniture, bed and dressing mirror, kitchen cabinet, and lots more. Our intention is to make you feel comfortable always by providing quality furniture, whether at home, office, hotel, lounge and bar, and so on. Hurry now. Contact us today at Johnson A. Nigeria Enterprise, shop number AA 80-20, Railway Shopping Complex, Aleshiloye Market, and shop 8A-11, Railway Shopping Line, by Alalubosa Junction, Iyaganku Railway Crossing, Ibadan. Call 0802-303-0550 or 0706-225-2649. Johnson A. Nigeria Enterprise, home of quality furniture made for you.
My name na Taiwo Kuka.
My name na Kende Kuka.
We be twins.
We small. Our mama and papa then they joke say now only one pikin then they expect. But not two of us them get.
Actually, na me then they expect to. Na she then get as a wolf.
I beg you.
Na me be the golden child.
Anyway, our life be like this Momo 100% recharge bonus. Where we say you go get double of any amount where you recharge.
Go recharge your MTN line now for Momo app or dial *671# now.
Make Momo summer you better bonus.
Download the Momo app now or dial *671# to enjoy. Momo, better pass cash.
When great minds meet, great ideas inspire and transform a great nation. Wherever you are, National Advertising Conference is calling.
So, join us. Let's share perspectives on how brand narratives are developing talents, inspiring alternatives, and supporting a more creative economy. Theme: Marketing Communication as an enabler of national transformation.
Yes, Abuja will be on standstill from December 6th to 8th, 2023. Venue: International Conference Center, Abuja. Time: 9 a.m. each day.
Register at www.nationaladvertisingconference.com.
National Advertising Conference 2023. Let's engage marketing communications for national transformation.
Turn up, let's turn the nation around.
My brother, we did work. Why did daily flossing?
Call me Jiggy. Heavy. All eyes on me, Machiavelli. Who dey?
You know they call me Fela in Versace.
Say it with your favorite lyrics on Spotify.
Christmas go over jolly. Fa la 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 la.
As we dance, they'll give us money. Fa la 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 la. Dad, your wallet is empty.
That's why I've got FCNB.
Fa la 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 la.
little moments of joy that we share with our loved ones is what lights up the season and makes it truly special. Merry Christmas from FCMB. FCMB, my bank and I.
Kulusevski. Doku's come back, but Son's going to get to this. They're so good on the counter, Spurs. We've seen it so many times, and we've seen it from Son again. Equaliser. Don't think it's a City player. Oh, it's Son. It's an own goal, having just scored. Here's Doku. What a game this is. One and then the other. Doku! Oh, so unlucky. Doku. Alvarez, Foden, 2-1. Wonderful goal. City in front, having trailed early on. What a game. They're by no means out of this. Oh, now that's a Rodri booking, his 5th of the season. He'll miss the Villa game. Now City with men over. Alvarez hits the post again. Højbjerg and Grealish was in the way, and he's been booked, and he'll miss the Villa game as well. Now Son and Lo Celso. He's done it again. Basuma just about held on to it. Haaland's on top of him, Rodri's on top of him, and now Haaland and Grealish, and City have probably won it. Great play by Rodri, and Grealish makes it 3-2. Cross is a good one. Kulusevski against the underside of the bar. 3-3. Haaland is fouled. Referee waves play on. Grealish is through. Oh, he's blown his whistle. He played advantage and then he blows his whistle. A game that ends in controversy. What a game it was, though.
So that was what happened last night. Well, between Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur, 6-goal thriller. Two teams are sharing 3 goals. And, well, after that game, it was a different outburst from players of Manchester City against the referee of that game. However, Erling Haaland could be charged by the English Football Association for criticising the performance of match officials after reacting to a controversial late decision by referee Simon Hooper during Manchester City's 3-3 draw with Tottenham, with his post on X saying WTF. Well, let's listen to Pep Guardiola for his post-match.
Everything was really, really good. I would say in the first half much better. We could score more, but yeah, it's football. Have to manage better, and the action is football. So I make a mistake. So players make a mistake, and surprised me for the fact that, like you said, no, in the moment when Erling go down for the action from Davis, in the moment they whistle, it's fine. But in that moment, stand up, continue, and the referee make that gesture, play on, and after make the pass, and after stop the game. So that is. I don't want to criticize them. So in the touchline, sometimes I lose my mind. My gesture is not proper. But here, normally, I'm for many years. So as a manager, I'm not the guy like when I'm fresh to.
That was Pep Guardiola trying to, mind his words. After that whistle was blown by the referee yesterday, then Manchester City was already headed for a 4th goal. But hey, let's listen to Ange Postecoglou, a man who almost lost it also. Soyisha means scored the first goal and scored an own goal against his side. But what's the point? Better than 3 points lost.
First game, I think the last 3 games has masked that a little bit, and I don't think it's been a question of character. It's been, more a question of just sort of lacking a bit of conviction in because certainly, whether that was the Chelsea game or Wolves away or Villa at home, we were well on top in those games, particularly, the Villa and Chelsea games. So the quality of football, we just lacked a bit of conviction. But we're going through a tough period, absolutely, in terms of the personnel, players playing in positions they're not familiar with, and at the same time, me not wanting them to compromise on the kind of.
Okay, now for Tottenham Hotspur, following that drawn game that stopped their losing run, their 3 games losing run, to pick their first point after losing recently against Aston Villa 2-1 2-1 against Wolverhampton Wanderers, 4-1 against Tottenham Hotspur. And the next game is going to be against West Ham United. That is placed the 9th. And remember, West Ham United played at a 1-0 against Crystal Palace. And for Manchester City, this is their third drawn game on the bounce. Remember, before last night's 3-3, they played at a 1-0 against Liverpool, played at a 4-0 against Chelsea. Arsenal is topping the Premier League log with 33 points following their 2-1 win over Wolverhampton Wanderers, while Liverpool had a scary night yesterday after a 4-3 victory over London side Fulham. Okay, now let's check one more league result, and we call it a rapid return this evening for more. Remember tonight, Torino will be up against Atalanta in the Italian Serie A. However, matches were decided in Italy over the weekend, where Napoli considered 3 goals and failed to score 1. No player was sent off in that one. It was a 0-3 loss against Inter Milan. Well, Sassuolo also sat back at home, lost 1-2 against AS Roma, while Fiorentina bashed Salernitana 3-0. Udinese Verona played out a 3-0 draw. Lecce Bologna played out a 1-0 draw as AC Milan defeated Frosinone 3-1. And one man is already saying, Paolo Maldini is saying that Samuel Chukwueze being brought to AC Milan was a mistake and a waste of money. I don't know. Maybe very soon, Samuel Chukwueze will be making his way back to the Spanish La Liga. Well, let's wait and see. He's playing the first season right in Italy. Lazio defeated 10-man Cagliari 1-0 as Genoa played out 1-0 draw against Empoli, and Juventus went on the road, defeated Monza 2-1. These are the results of games that decided in Europe. Well, when I come back in the evening, we'll talk update from the German Bundesliga and the French League on. My name is Oladapo Okunubi. Well, shout out to Mustafa Taiwo, to me talk about Ade Romu. I'll be back in the next few minutes for headlines on the pages of Nigerian newspapers and burning issue. It is more of those of Nigerians that went to COP28. Money spent by the federal government and more. Hey, it is the 4th day in the month of December. Remember, Solutions 939 FM's Father Christmas is still around. Let us enjoy Christmas. Good morning, Ibadan.
It's in the air, I can feel it everywhere. Oh, it's the time of the year once again. Oh my dear, you've been far away for a while. Are you coming home this time? It will be much fun with you here on this hammer time. Go to a fete. On this anchor where we go, where I know your size, he done dey till your side. Yeah. Cause we going to have a jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. We going to have a jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. We going to have a jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. We going to have a jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. Jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. Keresimesi ọdún dé. Christ is the reason I've got so much love in my heart. I will share it with everybody. Joy to the world because Emmanuel is born and his reign is forevermore. So while my soul is weary, I will not forget the greatest gift of all. Oh yeah. And while I'm celebrating, I will remember the ones that need some loving. Cause we're going to have a jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. We're going to have a jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. We're going to have a jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. We're going to have a jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. Jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. Keresimesi ọdún dé. Ọdún olówó, ọdún ọlọ́mọ. Ọdún aláyọ̀, ọdún olórin o. Ọdún olówó, ọdún ọlọ́mọ. Cause we're gonna have a jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. We're gonna have a jolly, jolly Christmas, yo. We're gonna have a jolly Christmas, yo. Kérésìmesì ọdún dé.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ nílùú Ìbàdàn. Solutions 93.9 FM.
Let's be dynamic with your morning update and make it better with Kickoff Sports Show, where we will be serving you all the latest from tennis, basketball, Formula One, football, exclusive interviews, and lots more.
Hamilton going for the move on Alonso at the 130. These two great side by side.
Martinelli! Oh yes! Gabriel Martinelli is back with a bang!
Headlines from Nigerian newspapers behind the papers from the stand. Analysis on burning trending issues across Nigeria and beyond.
The problem is not politics or tribalism but corruption.
The governors will say, give us our own slot. The chairman of local government will say, give us our own slot. Who does those slots go to?
You offend, they arrest you, they detain you, and they release you. That's all.
Hello, my name is Oladapo Okunubi.
My name is Victory Onyedikachi.
My name is Adedamola Lafenwa.
And my name is Favor Oloruntola.
Join us weekdays 9 a.m. on your Remedy Radio dial, Solutions 939 FM.
Here, we make it different from the norm.
News, sports, entertainment. Top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Okay, 21 days to Christmas. It's a beautiful Monday morning in a big and beautiful city of Ibadan. My name is Adedamola Lafenwa. It's so good to be back after a very eventful weekend right here and at the Father Christmas Grotto of Solutions 93.9 FM. Like Oladapo Kunubi said earlier on, if your child is yet to come and see the Solutions 93.9 FM Father Christmas, you are missing a lot because a wonderful gift awaits your child at the Father Christmas Grotto. So come all, just like the Santa said. It's just 2,000 naira per ticket. Okay, it's from the Daily's AM update on Solutions 93.9 FM, and we are set to take you through some stories trending in some of today's national dailies. Young Striker, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Damola Lafenwa. You see, there's something I like about you. Every time you keep giving us countdown.
Yeah.
I feel maybe you need to go do masters in statistics.
Probably.
With the countdown you are just giving us. So you are putting happiness in some people's mind, while you're also putting fears on people's mind.
No, it's not about fears. I mean,
for those who are yet to get the Christmas clothes, shoes, and Christmas chicken.
There is nothing God cannot do. I'm just saying 21. I'm saying, I mean, what God cannot do does not exist. So you get. So
I like your spirit.
We still have 21 days to Christmas, so if you're yet to achieve, you can still.
Yeah, you can still achieve. Yorubas will say, and by the way, we are not really feeling the Hamatan.
Yeah, that's another thing. Some people are saying that probably they are expecting a particular rain to come, which will usher in the Hamatan. But
you cannot predict.
You can just wake up one morning. You can just wake up one morning and you just see the fog, Hamatan fog, and everywhere is cold.
Yeah,
but
I saw that. I saw Hamatan a bit like 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
And since then, the only thing that makes me know that yes, we are in the Hamatan season is. Okay, don't let me say it.
Is what?
Yeah, in Okado, you see that some people just keep walking about with kegs.
Okay.
It's okay. Let's move on. Let's move on this morning.
Okay, I've got the Vanguard and the Nigerian Tribune this morning. And it seems virtually all the papers this morning is talking about the, how do I put it now? The huge, the crowd. Some people are calling them delegation, but I call them crowd of Nigeria's contingent at the COP28 summit taking place in Dubai right now. I see you biting your lips.
Okay. Thank God I have my international passport. So maybe
probably you want to
maybe very soon Mr. President can also say I'm going to not even Ivory Coast. I'm going to France, and I need some sport journalists to go with me.
Go with you. So the crowd will go with them.
No, I'm not going as crowd. I'm not going as crowd. I don't care about the numbers.
All right.
Because I mean, if you look at the expenses of this movement, even for those who travel to Lagos alone, we know how much they spend. Not to talk of going to Ghana or Ivory Coast. You went for an international assignment. For some people, it's just to go watch and see. However, let's look from another angle. Maybe for some to learn. Well, Tinubu doesn't work alone. Maybe you say you will never walk alone. You know why? During his campaign, when he was at the Chatham House, he wasn't the only one who went to the Chatham House. El Rufai was there. I think was Alake was there. I'm not sure of Dele Edun, but I know some people that went with Mr. President. So with this, maybe a way to say, let these people learn. When they come back and they fail to get results, then they be fired.
You know, when you talk about taking people along to learn. I mean, have you heard about the number 1,411 delegates?
The reason I said
from Nigeria alone.
Look at their offices. They are in different MDAs and in Nigeria. They were appointed, and with what Mr. President said a few weeks back during an orientation, he said, "If you are not ready to work with us, you will be dismissed."
Now imagine
this is an opportunity for all of them to travel.
Now
you have learned.
Wait, imagine all the participating countries coming with over 1,500 delegates each. I mean, the Business Day newspaper this morning has it that the money to fly these people is about 880 million naira.
Damola Lafewa, let us, for me, I think maybe we should cut Mr. Tinubu some slacks. Reason being that he can say, I've given them more rooms. I've given them enough room to develop themselves. And if they now fail, this is 2023, 2024, you will see some names being dropped, some officials being fired.
Okay.
Should they fail? Because now this is an opportunity for all of them to learn.
Okay, let me go to the Vanguard newspaper this morning. The screaming headline, the biggest story on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper this morning, it's saying that uproar over Nigeria's 1,411-man delegation to COP28. And writers under that say, FD didn't fund all COP28 delegates. Presidency. Obi, LP blast Tinubu, say high delegation waste of taxpayers' money. PDP demands roll call, cost incurred by FD delegates. Ask NAS to commence probe. I mean, I don't want to say anything yet. Maybe when we join our analyst, I'll say this. And the last writer says the UK commits £100 million to assist Nigeria. Others. Moving away from that, NAS committee to propose commence quick amendment of sections of PIA. Ex-Niger Governor Aliyu knocks northern leaders for setting region backwards. Nigeria's economy begins major shift as oil sector rebounds. SGF to Nigerians, keep faith, there is hope for Nigeria. Okay, we're keeping our fingers crossed. Jakpa, we interviewed over 150,000 Nigerians for visas in 2023, US. And let me take a few stories from the CAP headlines. How Intel's waived $193 million debt to resolve stalemate over pilotage contract NPA. And the writer under that says, I won't benefit from FD's reinstatement of Intel's contract. Article. NJC names new 11 justices for Supreme Court this week. And the last one says, alarm bells, the killer effects of inflation on the economy by Muda Yusuf. This and many more stories will be found on the pages of the Vanguard newspaper this beautiful Monday morning.
Okay, quickly, let's look at the Punch newspaper. Punching down headlines. Budget, National Assembly, 6 agencies, allocations rise 40% to 1.4 trillion naira. Over 150,000 Nigerians applied for US Visa 2023 Envoy. Tax default, FIRS, waives, fines, issues, December 31 deadline. And the banner headline this morning from the Punch newspaper says, Japa, hospitals reduce outpatients. surgeries as 4,000 doctors migrate. Riders to this headline. 1,197 Nigerian doctors moved to UK since May 29. 789 Kano nurses, 162 doctors quit. And this one says OAUs closes psychiatric unit over lack of nurses. Doctors fault 5% health budget. All right, a side headline from the Punch newspaper. Kano governor's aide arrested for alleged palliative looting. I knew more will come from the palliative. Ogunpoli student killed in fresh robbery attack. Akwa Ibom coppers in kidnappers' den 4 months after abduction. Anger as Lagos mechanics car crushes mother, 2 children. Get a copy of the Punch newspaper this morning.
Okay, moving to the Nigerian Tribune this morning. PDP knocks Tinubu's climate change summit delegation, calls for NAS investigation. And the rider under that says, not all delegates sponsored by government. Presidency. FIRS waives penalties, interest on outstanding tax liabilities. Page 4. DSS, EFCC, ICPC vets Supreme Court nominees. And there are 3 riders under that caption. We have the first one saying, NJC unveils 11-man list Thursday. New head of courts, judges to emerge. Adeleke's complaints against Osun CJ on the View. The story is found on page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Reject Wike's plan to spend 15 billion naira on VP's residence. Serap tells Akpabio. Did I read that well? I mean, Wike is planning to spend 15 billion naira on VP's residence. Okay. It's all good. 15 billion naira.
Yes,
I keep saying 15 billion
naira. A befitting. Again. That was the quote. A befitting.
Befitting residence for the
yes.
Vast. Is it building a new one or?
Yeah. Build and renovate. If it was a renovation.
What's wrong with the existing one? That's the question.
Maybe we have to do more investigation.
Okay.
Yes. Maybe they've allotted. We have new different appointments. So maybe they gave some people the quarters.
Oh,
no, there's a difference between quarters and
advocate.
No. Let's. We should be balanced here. Everything should not be against, but let us also give them the benefit of the doubt.
The benefit of the doubt. The question now is, what is wrong with the existing vice president's residence? Why we have to spend another 15 billion naira on another residence?
So Wike will still have to go and defend that. I am not in here some weekend. I'm not working for FCT ministry. But let's look. Are you done with the headline?
Let me take 2 more stories.
Okay.
200 lawyers volunteer to assist Governor Yusuf at Supreme Court. COVID-19 Reps Committee uncovers more infractions as health institutions make presentations. These and many more stories will be found on the pages of the Nigerian Tribune this morning.
Okay, so let's go straight to the Punch. The Nation newspaper this morning. NDLEA stops export of drugs hidden in clothes, dolls, buttons. Banks screen manufacturers for 75 billion naira palliatives loan. MSMEs, nano firms get conditions to access 200 billion naira facilities. And the banner headline this morning from the Nation newspaper says, Senate House ready to pass budget 2024 before December 31. And, well, I was monitoring proceedings right there at the National Assembly, and one senator came out to say that it will be a disservice to Nigerians if they're in a rush to pass the budget. I hope there won't be padding here. And I hope there won't be stories after passing the budget. But the writer to that headline says the federal lawmakers invite ministers, heads of agencies, security chiefs, others. APC clears all seats in Ekiti councils. Ogun shot 3 more companies. You want to read more? Get a copy of the Nation newspaper this morning. Now to the burning issue this morning, where Nigerians are complaining, including Damola Lafenwa, about the contingents to the COP28. Here is Professor Jidefo Adibe, giving his own opinion. He's a professor of political science.
There has been this increasing tendency for increasing the number of delegates, but we cannot take this in isolation. We had just come out from conversations about purchase of a 116 million naira SUV for legislators. The president has been junketing around. We read that when he attended the UNGA conference in New York, he spent 500 million. And then dollars, not naira. And then he's been to a number of UAE and several other countries. How much were they costing? And just a few days ago, the minister for FCTA told us that the government was going to spend 15 billion naira, not to build, but to complete a befitting residential place for the vice president. So amid the binge on loan and borrowing and the increasing hardship and the increasing miserization of Nigerians, this thing happening is not just that it raises question about fidelity to cutting down the cost of governance, but also to the question of whether there is even compassion for the suffering Nigerians. Because if there is...
Okay, that was Professor Jidafo Adibe, Professor of Political Science.
Well, I think that professor kind of dropped more or shed more light on the issue that you and I were discussing.
The VP's residence.
The VP resident. He just said that the 15 billion naira is to complete the residence. Okay.
Maybe there will be some things that I don't know. But I'm not an engineer, and
I'm just trying to imagine.
How much was block last year? How much is block this year?
15 billion naira. Okay.
Okay. Comrade Ayodeji Ajishokba is here, and let us have his opinion this morning. Comrade, top of the morning to you. Thank God it's Monday.
Top of the morning to you, my comrade brother.
Good morning, sir.
I love the energy of your voice this morning. Are you there? Over.
I'm very much loud and clear.
Okay, sir.
So you heard Professor Jidafo Adibe's comments concerning the contingent to the COP 18, COP 28. Everybody has got different reservations about this, but are we seeing a government that is not prudent in spending?
Well, Nigeria's delegation in quotes now is 1,411 people. Well, those are the names registered against Nigeria. Not necessarily the federal government delegation. Individuals were there, people from Niger Delta were there, NGOs were there, but they will be registered against Nigeria's delegation, not necessarily the federal government delegation. Believe you me, when PDP, of course, you got to worry when you remember Nigeria's team to Benjij, and when you remember that there was a particular Olympics that we attended, and we were there in fact, a 747, a jumbo jet 747 had to be chartered by Nigeria at that Olympics. I can't remember the specific Olympics now. So, but this is a different ball game. NGOs go there, other delegations go there. They are not federal government delegation. But if the federal government is saying that, well, that is not the federal government delegation, they should let us have the list of the federal government delegation. I'll say how many people went, how many ministries. You understand? Ministry of Environment, Presidency. Let us have who went. What is the secret about that? Because you see, the American president, I keep saying it. When you see the motorcade of the American president, just 3 vehicles. The presidential limousine, the Secret Service behind, and the Secret Service ahead of him. That is all. And of course, a spare car, a second beat. That makes it 4. But now, let President
Bola
Tinubu, you will probably see a motorcade of 150 vehicles. You see, we have to curb public spending. We have to curb public spending, and you can only lead by example. Look at our governors too. Somebody was telling me, a chief detail to a former governor, was telling me that the governor wanted to reduce the motorcade. And they told him that he could not reduce it. They exclaimed, that is their job. That is what the protocol people do. Check out any governor in Nigeria, except they are in Abuja. When they are in their home state, you will see a minimum of 10 vehicles in the motorcade, including an ambulance. Of course, there's nothing wrong with that. But what for? We had military governors in this country. We had military governors in this state. Their motorcade, as military, they wouldn't have been more than 4 or 5 vehicles. I remember very, very well. So what is the problem? We must curb public spending. We have to curb it. It is important and it is necessary. Public spending. Look at recurrent expenditure in the budget. Recurrent is bigger than capital. That's not healthy. That is not healthy. It's as straightforward as that.
Okay. Now, if you look at that, I mean, talking about the spending, maybe the current government knows how to make more money. And if you want to make money, you have to spend money. But
well, it depends on what you are spending money on.
And still talking about the spending, I saw while we're preparing for this program on the front page of the Business Day newspaper this morning saying that the FG delegates, the cost of flying the FG delegates to the Dubai summit is about 880 million naira.
Federal government delegates.
Yes.
880 million naira.
880 million naira.
That is scandalous. Oh, of course, those guys will be flying first class too. That is scandalous.
But comrade, I want us to remember there was a particular, trip that Mr. President was meant to go for, and some, people from different ministries showed interest, and he was the one that even instructed them that if you are not invited, you should not join the trip. So, if Mr. President has said that, and we also got information that not all contingent were sponsored or were were on the list of the federal government. So maybe we should cut the federal government some slacks. But now let's focus on Inyesom Wike's budget for the vice president's apartment
to complete
a
befitting residence.
Yes, they have been building it for a very long time. Akinola Guda House. They have been rebuilding it.
Just like is it like the Lagos Ibadan Expressway?
Oh my goodness!
And they want to complete it with 15 billion naira.
Did you say they've been asking for more? They've been building it for years now, right?
Of course, they've been building it. You see, the story of that Akinola Guda House was the original presidential lodge. You understand? Akinola Guda was the original. In fact, that was where Shehu Shagari lived as president commander-in-chief. But of course, we did not have Babangida had not moved to Abuja then. So when he moved, that was when they did Aso Rock. And then, because we did not have a vice president, so to say. So they moved away from Akinola Guda House, which was the original presidential lodge, which in itself, naming that place Aso Rock, the presidential villa should have been Akinola Aguda House. That is the presidential villa. But they relegated it to the vice presidential lodge, and they have been rebuilding it since then. It is just like they have been building the deputy governor's lodge in Oyo State for the past 10 years or thereabouts.
Now that Uncle Nyesom Wike is now asking for 15 billion naira to complete the building, what's your take on that? Still talking about the prudence in spending.
We are an insensitive people, and they will continue to renovate that building every year. They will repaint, they will retouch. Look, Aso Rock, they repaint, they retouch every year. They do the fittings and all of that. So we are a wasteful people. Look, the presidential lodge, the White House in the United States, when you get in there, if you want some things changed, you will pay out of, the president will pay out of his pocket. It is nobody's business. If he does not like what the White House looks like, you will understand, the internal fitting, you will pay by yourself. You have been paid. You have been paid for your job. If you don't like what it looks like, then you can, there are limits that can be, to which you can demand for money. You understand? But here, you see, it is unacceptable. They pay for their fuel. They pay for their food. They pay for everything. I once lived in a vice chancellor's lodge, but vice chancellor, not even government appointee. And I was driving out one day, and the security man at the gate asked me that, can you put off the generator? I said, what do you mean? He said they have been using the generator for 3 days. I said, if it was your own personal residence, will you be fueling generator for 3 days? You understand? So that is the way and at that level, vice chancellor, you cannot imagine what governor, you cannot imagine what a chairman of Nigerian Post Authority will do. So that is the way we are. We see government offices as where, and that is why they want to stay there for life and don't want to leave, because they will start living a life that they cannot afford outside office. Therefore, they will not want to leave. And even when they want to leave, they are compelled by constitutional provisions to leave. They will want to, amass enough resources so that they will continue to live that life.
But Wike in Rivers State, I mean, we saw different projects that he executed. And talking about the statement he made, he said the VP resident that was awarded in 2010 at the cost of 7 billion naira was abandoned. It's embarrassing that a country of this nature cannot in 13 years complete the VP's residence. 7 billion now, the contractor is saying, well, we cannot continue to do it without review. Why can't they fire the contractor that could not finish the project, or investigate those who, budgeted that amount for the VP's apartment? 2, 3. Is it that maybe there's a political undertone for that? Maybe a Wike is eyeing a vice presidential position in the next few years.
No crime in that, but the president cannot come from the south, and Wike will come from the south. So you should banish that thought until 2023, 27, and then
after 2027,
after the second term in court of Tinubu. So the issue is that when they award this contract, you see, it is different for you to award a contract, and it is different for you to release money timelessly. You understand? Those monies are to be released in tranches. Okay, after a certain level, you will release money. After the second level, you will release money. When I now finish first level, and you say, go ahead, you don't pay me, I go to second level, and I'm about going halfway second level, you have not released the money for the first level, I will leave it. And of course, you know the way things are in this country. They will import virtually everything, except probably for the cement and the iron rods that they will use, all the fittings and all of that. You know the exchange rate now. You know what even the exchange rate is projected to be. So these are the issues that determine, the rise in cost of government contract. And then let me tell you, those who take government contracts, if you want to take government contract, the normal thing, if you are going to take it from a private organization, they are going to pay you 10 million. If you are going to take it from government, you will say 35, if not 50, because they will bribe, and then they will not pay you on time. And you go and take money from bank. You have to factor all of that into it. That is why when corporate organizations do contracts for 10 million, and then government does it for 50 million, those are the issues: corruption and the issue of variation and other factors. So they will continue to build. Like I told you, the Deputy Governor's Lodge in Ibadan, they have been building it for 10 years. They have not concluded building it. So, but the Vice President stays inside Aguda Lodge too. They're just building what they call a befitting one. It stays there.
Befitting is the word.
Okay, just before we leave this particular issue to another issue, I remember last week when we were having a conversation with you, you mentioned the fact that the institution there should be an institution that should be running a kind of check and balances concerning all this release of these funds by either the governor or the presidency to embark on these huge trips and projects. And we mentioned the National Assembly, which should be the one to be running the checks and balances at the national level, while the state houses of assembly should be running the checks and balances at the state level. Now, on the newspaper this morning, still talking about the trip to Dubai, there's a particular writer that says saying that the National Assembly should commence probe into the spending of this trip to Dubai. Now, do we now say that the National Assembly, judging by their own let me, I don't, extravagant spending in quote, are they really fit to commence probe into this kind of spendings? This
Are you sure they are not on those the relevant committees of the house?
That was
Some
why
of their members will be on that trip. What are you saying? That's routine. They will take them along.
I just wanted you to say that.
To...
I just wanted you to say that. That was why, while I was reading the headline earlier on, I said I wasn't going to mention this until we call on you.
They will take them along so that the person that will now do the due diligence over you, you have soiled his hands.
And now they are now the institution to probe this spending.
Are you going to be probing yourself? You are not going to do that. You know. Have you forgotten the Director General of SEC one day accused a chairman of the SEC committee that the man demanded for 60 million and they didn't give him? That was what. Have you forgotten?
Yeah, I remember very well.
Because they didn't give him the money, that was why we never had anything again from the man. They will have soiled their hand, so you cannot probe yourself. You cannot commit suicide. Take a knife and, how do you take a knife and cut your own throat? Nobody does that, except the person is under a spell. So that is it.
Okay, so Comrade. Okay,
yes,
sorry to come in here. Let's just quickly, hit this and we run straight, which is more of the headline from the Nation newspaper. Senate House ready to pass budget 2024 before December 31. And remember, I saw a particular proceeding where a senator was saying that it would be a disservice to quickly rush and pass the budget, 27.6 trillion naira budget for renewed hope. Do you think? The budget was presented days ago, and do you think before December 31, is that too early or too late?
I had that discussion this morning. I had the privilege of working in that National Assembly as a senior legislative aide in 1999 to 2003. And when that budget was presented, it was distributed to relevant committees. Believe you me, with the turnover of members of the House of Reps, of course, maybe 200 did not return, 160 returned. Okay, you have capable chairmen, but is it the chairman and the vice chairman of the committees that will do the job alone? It's a painstaking job. They will still have to invite heads of ministries, departments, and agencies to defend their vote. And of course, you know how that goes in terms of time consumption and all of that. And the speaker says they're going to deliver by 34. In fact, he's talking about signing by 31st. I don't think a thorough job will be done. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Thank you.
We deserve better than that.
We deserve better than that. Thank you very much.
We do.
Thank you so much, Comrade Ayode Jadishope, for joining us on the show this morning. We'll talk more tomorrow on the other burning issues. Thank you so much, and thank God it's Monday.
My pleasure always. Do have a fruitful day. God bless you.
Comrade Ayode Jadishope there. Now let's just check comments here before we dash out of the studio, and Dr. Victor Richard joins us on the other side. Omadi Adekunle is saying Nigerian government are fond of wasting and siphoning the public funds by having around 1,411 delegations to COP28 climate summit in Dubai, using billions of naira to build the vice president's house and other frivolous spendings, despite the present critical economic situation in the country. What a country with prodigal and corrupt political leaders. Now, message here says from Olain Kaditola says, it seems all these public funds being spending extravagantly are in support of our constitution. If that is the case, no story. Until we change our constitution and restructure our political system to be less attractive and reduce the cost of governance. I think that is also better. All right, so in the next few minutes, Victor Richard will be joining us on the side for Solutions Clinic. Remember, we treated a particular topic last week. I think it was more of the Zobo story.
Zobo, yeah.
The Zobo idea. Victory, how you doing? Good morning to you. You look smashing. Or doctors are they're always in lab coats. You are the finest on-air doctor I've seen. So what are we looking at on the show this morning?
So on Friday was the World AIDS Day. It's usually celebrated every 1st of December.
Yeah.
So to raise awareness on HIV and AIDS. And the theme for this year is Let the Community Lead. For all we know, most of the problems that we experience are foundational. We can trace it back to foundation. So from communities, if we begin to raise awareness on the need to stay safe, the need to use all the precautionary measures that would lead to one coming down with HIV and AIDS, maybe we can curb the virus ultimately. So that's what we're addressing this morning.
Okay, well, remember, stay tuned. Do not go anywhere because this is, a sensitive topic, right? Well, my name is Oladapo Kunubi.
And my name is Adi Damola Lafenwa. I hope that tomorrow you will talk about this particular issue of Japa people.
Yes.
I mean, the U.S. Embassy saying that they interviewed over 150,000 Nigerians for visas in 2023 alone.
They are still going to interview more.
Sure you do want me. Bye for now.
Your comfort is important. If you're looking for quality, classy, comfortable, and imported furniture, Johnson A. Nigeria Enterprise is a place for you. At Johnson A. Nigeria Enterprise, we've got a wide range of top-notch imported furniture for you at affordable prices. Name it: sofas, royal marble dining